Thorn is an interesting one for me. It has some of the worst range in its class, but each round deals damage over time. Basically, a poison hand cannon. So if you can land your shots and keep most of your engagements in a short range sort of area, the Thorn really doesn't have much of a problem. Also, the Taken King ornament, that's just how I like to call it. Oh yeah, for the king. See, the Taken ornament for it looks really nice. In fact, this gun in and of itself just looks great. And we're gonna give it some love today. We're gonna try to. I fucking threw it back in my vault. I'm gonna be running the usual hand cannon sniper loadout. I need something for long range, and this thing is not gonna cut it. So you might see some beloved kills here and there. You know how it is. You know how it is. Unless you don't play this game and you think I'm just fucking insane. And I got an exotic. Whoa! What's interesting to me is that this gun has yet to get a catalyst. It's actually, I think, one of the few 140s to not have a catalyst. Because you look at different weapons like Crimson has a catalyst. Ace of Spades has a catalyst. Last Word. Don't think it does. But hey, it basically does with just how easy it is to use and control it. But Thorn's a different beast. You gotta get into a different headspace for this bad boy. It's not going to let you just breeze by. It's really a weapon that when you get better with it, you can have some success, and especially in trial scenarios. One thing I will give it is its high aim assist. I actually think that's probably one of the higher stats this gun has. And its overall really solid handling. I think it could be a pretty solid weapon, even nowadays, especially with the way 140s are. It needs that little bit of a push to get over the edge. Not only that, but the 100 recoil direction, this baby's going straight up. One little nifty thing this hand cannon does is because it does tick over time damage, it actually doesn't allow people to heal their shields back as fast. So in trials, it's actually a fantastic weapon for denying, you know, comeback kind of pushes, allowing the Warlock to sit in his rift. I feel like Thorn nowadays works better as a utility weapon almost. I feel like nowadays energies, especially with how they are in the meta, they could be just as important as primaries nowadays. I don't know, there's a lot to love about this gun, but there's a lot to hate. You see, it still has that 3-tap potential, especially if you land your shots, in that sort of 20-meter range, but anything outside of that, it's gonna struggle just a tiny bit. This kinda, one way I think we can maybe rework the gun is make it so whenever you get a headshot, it leaves behind sort of like a Wither Horde, like poison circle. I think that'd be an interesting way to shake up the weapon, because right now, it's really just a worse Osteo Striga in some ways. It has the benefits of a hand cannon, it's it just needs that little push over the top. Is it a bad gun? Nah, far from it. Is it going to really make a huge difference? I don't think so. And you're probably wondering, a hand cannon that does poison damage, how much does that poison damage add up in a 1v1 engagement? Not a lot. See, if I can get this guy right here, I can show you. It helps a little bit to make up for the range. Like, he didn't even heal his shield back by the time he re-pushed right there. See, I missed that second shot, and it finished him off. I feel like it's... when you're going up against a Thorn, basically, your best advice is just don't get hit. And with, well, how guns work, I think that's just the best advice for anything. I actually forgot about the main perk of this weapon, the little gimmick. You see, in those last couple kills there, if you paid attention, orbs dropped from the gun. And basically what this does is I'm pretty sure it ups the poison damage with the more you collect, or it just ups the overall weapon damage. It's one of the two. If I stop talking here and there, it's because I'm trying to focus up. You know, because I'm a gamer. In 6v6 with team shot engagements, I actually think this weapon is pretty solid. You see, if you have teammates who are going to weaken the enemies, any gun is going to be successful, but weakening with poison, allowing them to not be able to regen their shield as fast, and allowing for better pushes, in 6v6 it can kind of get a little crazy. I'm actually having a really solid game right now. This is actually a lot of fun. I was not expecting to have this much success with the gun, you know what I mean? I guess everybody's rushing me right now.
Oh, Godspeed, America.
Apparently Thunder Crash Titans, if you thunderclap and then use your Thunder Crash, you just get infinite thunder charge melees. God, I love being a Titan. We get to fucking ruin everything. It's amazing. See, because when we do it, it's funny. But when a Warlock and a Hunter does it, not funny. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference between the two. See, we're funny. They're not. This is going to be an interesting map to use this weapon with. I think the Beloved's going to definitely come out a little bit more. You know, honestly, hand cannon sniper meta, still solid. Still solid. I have no reason to complain. With Titan's survivability nowadays, and just the weapon's overall effectiveness in a teamfight scenario, this honestly seems like a very underrated pick. Now, I'm not saying anyone's sleeping on the Thorn, but you want to keep an eye out for it. This thing, it's still solid. In fact, it feels better than the Ace of Spades. I don't know why. Peek, I dare you. I know you want to come out. Dog water, dog water. Dog water, penis breath, he didn't come up. Just be aggressive, honestly. Because if it's going to be most effective in this close range, just be aggressive. That's so far what I'm seeing. I was really kind of worried about its lethality in these middle zones, but honestly, it's doing pretty well. Just one thing you notice is that every once in a while, you'll land your shots, but then they'll just have just a fraction of the health bar left, and the poison just isn't enough. Oh, baby Jesus. Oh, baby Jesus. Because I want this weapon to work. I want this weapon to be successful. It's a fantastic looking gun, and it was a super powerful, weapon. But it's just nowadays, it's just almost like a husk. And while I was hyping it up earlier, it definitely just has its inconsistencies in terms of just finishing targets off. You think the poison damage would do more, but really it's just a distraction to the enemies. And good players will see through that distraction and run right back at you, or at least zone you out. Which is the main problem I'm seeing with this gun. I'm gonna give it one more Crucible game, and if I don't see anything different, then I really don't know what to say. I think I'll give the rating now, because I'm not sure the rating is going to change either way. It's a solid exotic. It's a solid exotic with a good idea, great design, and just an overall fantastic weapon archetype. You could tell how much I love hand cannons, but Out of 10. Out of 10. I'm gonna have to give this a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10. Just being realistic. I feel just buffed the range a tiny bit, because if you look at the exotic we just reviewed, the Ace of Spades, it's got 85 range. That's the difference we're working with here. 45 to 85. That is almost double distance that this thing has damage fall off on. It kills it. It just kills it. So yeah, that was the exotic hand cannon Thorn. Personal synopsis, I guess. If given the right chance, this hand cannon can succeed. But right now, I feel like it just needs that little push over the edge. That tiny bit of a just minuscule, I'm talking like baby hands kind of push. It's really all it needs. Right now, I'd still say it's a solid option. Just there are better options on the table. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna stick with the rating 6.5 to 7 out of 10. It's going to be, it's like so close. You know, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, or do whatever you want. I'm not gonna force you. This channel's mainly for fun, and I'm just having a good time here. I really feel like I can, this can be a consistent thing that I can upload, and you know what? It works for me. I hope you guys liked it, and I guess I'll see you in the next video, which, if I believe is correct, is TF2. And then next week, we'll have the high-five video going, and we'll see how the channel goes from there. But in the end, thank you guys for support, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.